Welcome. How are you doing today? I am headed out to go to my dad's high school reunion with him. The invitation said, that like significant others were invited. And my dad said that I am his most significant other person he has in his life. And he said that he would be proud to have me be his guest. I'm going to tell you something real fucked up. This whole thing with channels who have been horrible to Eugene Yukuni finally getting called out has been really fucking with me. Because I'm going to be honest with you. My issue really doesn't have to do with what anybody else really looks like or anybody else's bodies. Like I have no use for like thinspo or whatever. Mine all comes from within. I don't need any external shit to help me out, But this entire thing of people saying that like Eugene Yukuni's like mere physical presence is fucking triggering. I saw someone call it ableist. I wouldn't know if I'd call it ableist, because I don't think mental disorders are disabilities necessarily. And a side note, it bothers me when people talk about certain things as if they're like being educational or spreading awareness or whatever, but then they go on to call disorders diseases. Anorexia is not a disease. And I'm pretty sure that addiction is, in the DSM, classified as a substance abuse disorder. That's not important. But seeing people acting as though Eugenia has to go away because just her physical presence is bad for other people to have to see, it makes me want to just stop trying, let my eating disorder fucking run wild, just so that I can fucking send pictures of myself to these fucking assholes who have such a goddamn problem with other people's bodies. And that's what's fucked up. I'm not going to call it a trigger, but like, it's something I didn't know I had in me, and I don't like it. It's sick. I was just listening to a segment from one of Tipster's live streams where Keem called in, and Keemstar went off about Pastel Belle and Hello Leash, and it is just so wild to me because I've been talking shit about both those people for over a year.
Pastel Belle is a person who refuses to take any kind of criticism at all.
Alicia got so emotionally invested in this entire situation.
And I, for the longest time, thought that I was nuts. There was something wrong with me for, like, being the only one who was like, I'm seeing what you're doing here, and I don't fucking like it. And, of course, I'm too much of a fucking wimp to, like, ever put their names in, like, the title or thumbnail. So I just, like, low-key did my vlogmentary and talked shit about them. But seeing both of them get called out, as well as Repzilla getting called out for, like, the bullshit that they do, I shouldn't be living for it. But I am. I think it's great. Repercussions, So, okay. Pastel Belle. I'm going to give you a little bit of a history on her if you were not around. She started out doing story times about, I think, being an adult with braces. She did fashion, I wouldn't call it hauls. Maybe she was thrifting, I'm not sure. But she did fashion videos called, like, how to dress like a lesbian or a bisexual. Excellent fashion advice. I just wanted to let you know that today I am dressed like a bisexual because I am a bisexual. Go figure. But yeah, so I started watching Belle when she had around 2,000 subscribers, and I thought she seemed nice enough. But then one day, she discovered what happens to a channel when you put the name Onision in the title. And she took off. And I remember congratulating her at the time you know, because I remember seeing her like at like 6, 7, 8, 9,000 subscribers, and I remember like congratulating her in a comment when she hit 10,000 subscribers, because she started making videos about Onision, and that's how she was growing. She was doing commentary on people who are very easy to hate. And then she lucked out when she heard about Davi Vanity. And she made her first video about Davi Vanity, and she titled it Davi Vanity Worse Than Onision. As if the two are fucking comparable at all. Onision's a gross dude, but like Davi Vanity is a serial child rapist. And I guess because Belle seemed sweet and soft-spoken, survivors did feel comfortable, like, going to her. And now, I don't know if she reached out to them, or if they reached out to her, if it was a little bit of both. But I do remember that when she started covering Davi Vanity, she was able to get some of his victims on her channel for interviews. And I'm not sure if those videos were not monetized by her because she felt like it was like an insensitive, shitty move to monetize the stories of these people who were orally raped in a violent manner when they were minors, or if YouTube said, no, we're not gonna monetize this, bro. Not sure. But she pretty early on started a Patreon, and she had people paying her like a few $1,000s a month. So she was still earning a pretty decent living by making YouTube videos, even though her videos didn't have ads running on them. And it started to get weird with Davi Vanity because, like, her channel really started taking off and people were really supporting her because, I mean, yeah, it's hard to go against someone with the stance of rapist bad. And she, I think, still, she told her audience, and I think still to this day is claiming to still be part of the FBI investigation of Davi Vanity. Why the fuck would the FBI want her involved? My only guess is that the FBI would want to use the content from her videos in which she interviewed those victims and, like, they told their stories as, like, part of their investigation. I feel like that would be the only reason. But, yeah, she did keep claiming that she was in on it with the FBI. She was a little Chris Hansen. And if you're unaware, if you're unfamiliar, if you're uninitiated, Chris Hansen is also a fraud. Okay, so things started to get weird. I started to notice that Pastel Belle really wanted to keep, like, upping the ante by hunting predators effectively by, like, interviewing the victims on her channel. And I remember around that time, I saw that Cracked Rack called her out, Anonymous Animosity called her out, and it was Courtney Ramarks and Boleyn who both made videos about the Creeps McPasta issue. It was, you know, I can tell something happened to someone, but I mean, it was a little bit of a nothing burger. Just completely, like, unverified, whatever. In June of 2020, there was this story that went viral for this girl in rural Alabama who was arrested after making Facebook posts about her parents. It was this girl named Kaylee Schmidt. She was outing her parents as racists on Facebook or whatever. And I guess she, like, doxed them. Which is interesting because I think she lived in their home. She was like 20 years old. She was an adult. But yeah, the police did show up and harass her. I don't remember what the charge was, but it was something to the effect of, like, you know, how she endangered her parents by blasting all this information on Facebook. And I wish I had the screenshots of all of Belle's tweets about it. Because, I mean, I had a whole year to collect them. And when I recently went to go collect them because I wanted to talk about it, she finally took them down. So, girl went to jail for, like, doxing her parents and calling them racists on Facebook. Her parents bailed her out of jail. And then Belle somehow managed to decide that the girl was missing. So, Belle covered the story and was like, it's been 4 days since people have heard from her. It's been 6 days since anyone has heard from her. Pastel Belle managed to get a hold of Kaylee Schmidt, the missing girl's biological mother, who, from what I've gathered, didn't really have much of a relationship with Kaylee in her entire life, although Bio Mom does like to play it up as though, like, they were the best of friends, even though she never had custody of her. And Kaylee considered her stepmother to be more of her actual mother. So Belle was fucking raging on her community tab and on Twitter, directing everyone, imploring everyone repeatedly, giving out all of the information, contact information, to harass the local county sheriff's department where Kaylee lived. It got bad, and eventually Kaylee posted a video where she seems very uncomfortable, but she's just like, I'm not missing, I'm fine.
Hey guys, it's Kaylee Schmidt. Today is June 25th. Yeah, June 25th. And I just wanted to put some rumors to rest that I've been hearing. First off, I wanted to say when I originally made the post, I had no intentions of it getting this far. I had no intentions of harming anybody. I even made a post saying I didn't want anybody harmed. But as y'all know, it obviously got a lot more attention than I was anticipating. And it's put a lot of lives in danger, including mine, which is why I made the choice to stay quiet about things, to stay kind of hidden, I guess you could say, in a sense. And that is why my phone and my purse and everything is left behind, and I don't have it. So if you're trying to call me, that's most likely why I'm not answering you, because I do not have my phone anywhere near me.
And I assume she was probably incredibly embarrassed by the entire debacle going viral, you know? She got mad at her parents, she shit-talked them on Facebook, she went to jail over it, and the entire internet was talking about her. I would be fucking mortified if that happened to me. I'd be like, damn, I just wanted to talk shit on Facebook, dude. But Pastel Belle looked at this video of this girl saying, I'm fine, and she decided, no, she is being forced to give this scripted lie. Keep calling the sheriff's department. I've called the sheriff's department and they keep saying she's fine, but she's not fine. We all know this because police lie. Police are known liars. And I'd been seeing Pastel Belle pull her fuck shit stunts for a while, but like, the call to action to harass this small town sheriff's department really was the last straw for me. And I was still following her on Twitter. I wasn't blocked yet. And I just replied to one of these many tweets of hers where she was continuing to blast the contact information of the sheriff's department. And I was like, yeah, Belle, I'm gonna need you to knock it the fuck off. The girl said she wasn't missing. Give it a rest. She replied to me, and before I could say anything back, she blocked me. And so she doesn't know this. And maybe you don't either. But I'm fucking crazy. I have been on Twitter for 13 years. I have 4 accounts. But so anytime I wanted to see what was going on with Pastel Belle these days, ever since she blocked me, I would use one of my alternate accounts. And I guess she figured out that Sorry Not Starry was in fact actually Starry. And I don't think I ever mentioned her with that account. I think I was just liking tweets of people who were talking to her and talking about her. How are you going to be so rabid and so fragile at the same time? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a fucking fragile bitch. I have been attacked online before, and to this day, I really struggle to ever even check my notifications on any app at all. It makes me too nervous. If a notification appears on the screen while I'm using my phone and it doesn't seem mean, I will click on it then. But I don't go out of my way to fucking check any notifications. It's my anxiety. Anyway, so it's great to see the Pastel Belle finally getting exposed, and people are going, look, you did this, this, and this, and this, and it's shitty. And she continues to double, triple, quadruple down on her bad takes and her shitty points. She's saying, I never said that Eugenia Cooney should be deplatformed for having a mental illness. I just think that she should be temporarily suspended from all of her internet accounts until she gets better. Get a grip. On average, it takes 7 fucking years to recover from an eating disorder. And you know, I do not empathize with Pastel Belle or her eating disorder, because she does want to run around acting like she is the fucking spokesperson for eating disorders. And it's like, listen, little girl, I've had an eating disorder as long as she's been alive. You're not gonna fucking catch me going around claiming it's anybody's responsibility but my own. There was one time in a therapy appointment where I did say I do blame my mother to some extent. But I don't even know if that's reasonable. So that's why I kept it to myself and only mentioned it in a fucking therapy appointment with my psychiatrist. Get out of here, you dumb bitch. Oh gosh, I really wanted to make a video about this guy, Ari, who has a channel called 50 Shades of Chest Pains. Because, like, I don't like his handling of women with eating disorders either, but I've filmed it twice. I don't know that it's any good, so I think I'm gonna have to try again. But, I mean, I know that I have, like, clips and receipts pulled, so I probably shouldn't bail on the whole idea now. Whatever. I want to thank you for listening. I feel like forgiveness is very important, so I want you to forgive yourself for the time that you have wasted watching this video. And have a good day.